Wilson, please make some noise. Like you risked the success of the night on bringing me on first.
Whoa!
That was a joke. You guys can laugh at that. Self-deprecating joke. Is the microphone even on? Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Guys, I just moved to the UK from Norway.
Yeah.
All right, that was a Brexit reaction from the Brits. The Americans are excited. Oh, sometimes it can be tough being an immigrant in the UK because I've been the victim of a hate crime. Someone called me the S word. Swedish. So I quickly fired back and called him the F word and the C word. French Canadian. Oh, people often confuse the Scandinavian countries. You see, Norway, we have the oil, the money, and the Winter Olympic glory. Sweden have ABBA, IKEA, and countless women who declined my romantic advances. Actually, Norway also have that category. You can very soon add Manchester to the list. Oh, the most important day of the year in Norway is the 17th of May, the day when we celebrate our National Independence Day. And the way we celebrate is by drinking heavily from 9 in the morning, then continue drinking until we pass out in the streets. So in other words, just like a regular Saturday in Manchester. If you come to Norway as a tourist, we have a lot of things you can't experience here in the UK. The fjords, the northern lights, GP appointments. Heard you used to have those back in the 90s. Oh, it's true, if you come to Norway, you can see the green northern lights dance across the sky. Technically, you can see that at Glastonbury for the price of an edible. Because Norway lies so far to the north, we always have a lot of snow. You know how in Game of Thrones, the Starks used to warn that winter is coming. We Norwegians have a different saying. Winter refuses to fucking leave. I hope you found that winter joke relatable. I don't mind the snow myself though. In fact, I think it's the world's second best white powder. I'm actually thinking about starting up my own high-speed cocaine delivery service. I think I'm going to call it Instagram. That's a joke where I found out if we have a pun-loving crowd or not. Definite no today. I sit down when I pee. That's all I have to say on that subject. Many tough guys have told me real men don't sit when they pee. They say it creates an uncomfortable atmosphere at the urinals. That's my best joke, guys. It's all done. According to the stereotype, Norwegians are all dry, humorless, and incapable of showing any emotions. Confirmed. My best friend tells me I need to loosen up and be more animated on stage. So here's my impression of a man trapped at the bottom of a well. Yeah, that's it. As you might have guessed from my dry personality, I'm a certified public accountant. Being an accountant for 15 years has filled my life with endless happiness. Hey, you guys want to hear the world's funniest accounting joke?
Yeah.
That was it? Oh, people claim accountants have no sex appeal. But that's not correct, because I'm always appealing for sex. Okay, I'm technically not an accountant anymore. My most recent job, internal auditor. That was the sound of my hopes of getting laid tonight dying. Well, I've lived a couple of months in the UK now, and based on what I've seen so far, here's my audit report on the British economy. Welcome to latecomer. I need some tension for this joke to work, so I'm going to restart again. Well guys, I've lived a couple of months in the UK now, and based on what I've seen so far, here's my audit report on the British economy. Yeah, you're fucked. Now to prove how fucked you are, here's a fun fact. Do you know what we call 50k a year in Norway? Unemployment benefits. So stand-up doesn't work out. I can just go home and get a raise. No, seriously, people often ask what I think about the UK. So luckily, I have a second notebook. Okay, this is what I've learned about British people. I don't think you spell Leicester correctly. So, before I went to Rome to visit my then Italian girlfriend, I bought a book called How to Improve Your Italian. It didn't work. She was still a bitch. Yeah, I had to break up with the Italian woman when I found out she believed in a lot of things that I've never seen, like ghosts, aliens, and female orgasms. So then I dated a woman from Helsinki for a while. She bought me a book called How to Improve Your Finnish. There's nothing wrong with my Finnish. I finish better than anyone. I finish faster than Usain Bolt.
Henning.
Yep.
Great set.
All right. We met at the Edinburgh Fringe.
Yeah.
What are the goods, the bads, and the ugly parts that you experienced? Because I was there a few days. You were there for pretty much all of it, weren't you? So go ahead. The goods.
The goods is in 1 month you can get more stage time than in a whole year.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year, and you can go on a lot of different lineups and have a lot of people in the audience, so you get to test a lot of jokes and stuff like that. Like the bad thing is financially it's a disaster, especially if you're taking your own show and investing money into that. But it's also like really exhausting, because I did 23 of my own solo shows, and in total I did 65 shows in 4 weeks, less than 4 weeks. So
how many did you do at Dropkick Murphys?
I don't know.
A lot.
Yeah, twice a day.
Lot. Shout out Masai Graham, one of the coolest guys I've met on the comedy circuit. He's a Brummie. He's based in Leicester, but yeah, he's just a funny guy, man. Like we were talking about, like he's there on holiday. Like he's drinking from 11 a.m. He does about, I don't know, 5 of his own shows a day, and he welcomes us all aboard. So yeah, it's a good place to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the ugly?
What's the ugly? I mean,
don't say Italian girls now. Don't say Italian girls.
That was a wordplay joke.
Yeah.
Never. I didn't get to that part where I have to take that into consideration. The ugly part is like a lot of people who go up and don't know what they're facing, comedians.
Yeah.
They will hit the wall once they come up there, because you're under so much stress. There's so much things going on. A lot of comedians are drinking heavily, going out late, doing drugs and stuff like that. So you'll see people on the streets the next day, and they have to fly for their own show, and they'll be zombies because they are so tired and they want to go home and they want to quit and give up. But luckily I'm too old to party, so
yeah, but you're taking over the UK. I've seen you gig list. You're pretty much London to Edinburgh. So it's like let's just have a quick conversation about what got you started and what's keeping you going, basically.
Yeah, good question. Like
Instagram.
Instagram. My Instagram is Mr. Dry
No, I mean
Comedian.
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
The wordplay job.
Yeah.
No, some of my jokes are true, some of them are just made up, and the part about being an accountant, that part is true, and I fucking hated my job. So I wanted to do something else, and that's why I came to the UK to try to become a comedian. And I've been going in and out for a couple of years now because of this little thing you have called Brexit, where you need a visa to live here now. And finally this year I got a global talent visa as a comedian.
Whoa!
Yeah. The correct distinction is global talent of exceptional promise. And I tell jokes about sitting down to pee. So.
Okay, I thought it was because you're really good at accounting and like there was steam coming off like the keyboard, but yeah, it's for comedy. Okay, great. So we're going to finish up. Tell us something interesting about you, and please plug your social media because I know you're getting the views and you're doing really well, and you're super active. So tell us something interesting, and please share your social media to the millions watching around the world.
Something interesting about me, you'd never guess this based on how dry and white I am, but I actually love hip hop, so I'm a hip hopper.
Whoa!
Yeah. And also, yeah, I'm on social media. I'm on Mr. Dry Comedian. I think I have over 60 million views now and quite a lot of followers. And just an interesting thing that happened at the Fringe. The two people walked out of one of my shows because I had a bad show. And I posted that clip online. It now has 3.5 million views, so I can now say, when you come to my shows, the funniest part is when you leave.
Whoa, Henry Nilsson.
There we go.
Right, keep the energy, keep the enthusiasm going. We're going to do a bucket pull now. Mark Woodrow.
Yeah.
Mark Woodrow. Whoa.
How you doing out there? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody? Yeah. You may notice pretty quick I've got ADHD. Anybody out there? Any ADHD sufferers in the audience here? Yeah. It's quite stressful, isn't it? I find that being me is very, very tiring. In fact, after 5 minutes of me, you're going to need a rest, and I'm going to need several days off. It's exhausting. I was a social worker up until about a couple of years ago. Any social workers in the audience? There's not many of you here. Anybody know much about social work? Not really? That's fine. That's okay. I'll help you learn. Anyway, I'm now a plumber and a painter, so don't ask me how I transitioned from social work, from removing people's kids, which is what I did, very traumatic job, extremely traumatic job, to being a plumber and a painter now. So I guess metaphorically, I was dealing with people's shit daily as a social worker. Now I literally deal with it, and it's an absolute... Anyway, I enjoy what I'm doing. I do get wet regularly as well, doing my job, inevitably, as a plumber. I have bad days when pipes burst and hit me in the face and invariably knock my glasses off, and I'm squandering around on the floor like some weird looking mermaid, trying to desperately stop the water from spurting everywhere. And one of my colleagues is in the audience today, Nick, my long suffering lodger from the Ukraine. Let's hear it for Nick here. Lovely guy, great guy. Now, the thing about when Nick and I work together is as you can tell, I'm extremely highly strung. Tell me if I'm wrong, I am highly strung. There's only one woman in the audience. Do I look highly strung?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. That's what I expected. I am highly strung, extremely highly strung. Nick is so horizontal. I've never met anybody more laid back than Nick. Thankfully, I had, last year I was doing a massive job. I did a painting job, thought it was a really good idea to take on people that I didn't know from Adam, and I had an absolute disaster. I lost loads of money, and we're talking, members of my staff were using cocaine daily, stealing off me, an absolute nightmare. And Nick is the only one that lasted basically the whole time with me. Now, Nick and I do fall out now and again, because occasionally Nick does spill paint. And one of the things I've learned this last week is a few more Ukrainian swear words, because invariably when Nick spills paint, he spills them on his feet. And I go mad, and Nick goes mad. And anyway, kiss and make up at the end. I don't know what's funny about that, but I thought I'd tell you that anyway. So, just a little story for you there. How are we doing for time? We're doing all right for time? Yeah. Right. Yeah, killing it. That's good. Thank you. Thanks for the feedback. I need regular feedback as well. One of the things about me as well is I'm extremely insecure on some days as well, and I've bombed a few times. Everybody understand what bombing's like as a comedian here? I'm sure you do. It's a nightmare. And one of the things I learned on my comedy courses, you just got to stand there and take it. And as a social worker, I stood there and took it regularly, and it was an absolute nightmare. As a comedian, you've got to stand there and tell you've just got to carry on and keep going and change track if nobody's laughing like they're not now. So I'm going to change track. So I'm going to keep changing track. I'm going to keep changing the story a little bit. And one of the things about me is I'm extremely disaster prone. Anybody with ADHD here, quite clumsy, particularly when you're tired. Honestly, I'm tripping over my own feet constantly. I love danger. That's the weirdest thing about my ADHD is I'm scared of heights, but I love going up scaffolding. I love the thrill of thinking that I might die and I might fall off. Don't ask me why that's thrilling. It never happens, thankfully, otherwise I wouldn't be standing here, pretty obvious. But I really enjoy going up scaffolding. I enjoy the thrill of undoing, great big pipes, thinking to myself, oh my God, what have I done here? Is it going to squirt everywhere, that kind of thing. And it's really thrilling to me. Don't ask me why, but it is. And you're not laughing, but I'm trying to tell you this story and trying to make you laugh. I'm not doing that badly, actually. I've had a few laughs, which is better than the last time I was on stage. Because last time I was on stage, I nearly died because nobody laughed at all. We're doing all right for time still, so I'm not
you have 1 minute left.
Whoa!
And I think I am really enjoying it. So
I'm glad you.
Keep going.
Thank you. Right, 1 minute left. Another thing about my sets is as well, I'll cram more words. If you did a word counter, in court you have those people that type how many words you can say. With me, you'd get 25 minutes worth in 5 minutes. Yeah. And believe me, I can speak a lot quicker than this. When I'm nervous, I speak 10 times as fast as this. Okay, so you can only begin to imagine what it's like. And when I'm really, really stressed, this never happens, I stop speaking. That has never ever happened, as you can imagine. I did go to America recently, and I had to sit on my feelings on my wedding American who I spoke to. You sir, didn't I? I spoke to you earlier on. I spent 3 weeks in Kansas and Kentucky. One of the things about me is I'm very left wing. I cannot stand right wing politics. I cannot stand Donald Trump. Don't ask me how I kept my mouth shut for 3 weeks, but I did. I stayed with Trump supporters like you would not believe. One of my friends who's a really strong Christian showed me a safe full of 10 guns. I said, oh, that's nice. Oh, great. Yeah, you can blow the holes out of people. Yeah, that's very Christian, isn't it? I didn't say a word. Don't ask me how. I did not say a word. I just kept stunned because they were looking after me. I thought it's disrespectful. I cannot stop keeping my, I cannot give my true feelings across it. As soon as I got back here, they were having it. I sent them loads of stuff to wind them up, all sorts of stuff around how can you be a Christian and a Trump supporter and all the rest of it. But anyway, that's bad. How are we doing, sir? We're all right. We're doing all right.
Absolute pro.
Absolute pro. Fantastic. You've been a great audience. Thank you. Just one round. Just one round.
Stick around. We're going to have a chat.
Yeah.
So let's talk ADHD.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
It's going all right, but I get very, very tired and I get very stressed but I try and absorb, I try and deal with it by comedy. I try and make jokes about it because I find it's a lot easier if I do that.
Absolutely. So I've got mine sort of under control. Like, before I'd be like the class clown, like I couldn't sit still and stuff. 2 things. Meditation, masturbation. Honestly, not at the same time, but
I'm not admitting to the second one.
Honestly, it's like I've been able to sort of like slow my brain waves down, and it's just So how are you coping? Have you ever tried meditation?
I've tried. I pray a lot. I've got a very strong Christian faith, so I pray a lot, and I try and kind of ask for God's peace.
So do I tomorrow.
But I do find that helps quite a lot, and I find that people in my church are very understanding. Usually, people that I work with, Nick's very understanding. Nick's fantastic, but it can be extremely stressful. I can't take medication at the moment because I'm pre-diabetic, so I'm having blood tests.
No,
so
I'm very against that. I probably should have been medicated from like secondary school, but literally I was just erratic, you're the worst class clown you can think of. Did you do any gigs in the US?
I don't.
Okay, no, fair enough.
I thought I'd get shot.
Yes.
So, honestly, I'm not joking. If you start spouting, honestly, it's so febrile. That's the atmosphere I described earlier on. It is so febrile in the US at the moment. I sat there, people with MAGA hats. I find it really hard to manage my. Don't ask me how I did 20 years of social work and never got beaten up or something else terrible happened. But it was just a nightmare. And the atmosphere over there is terrible. It's like no trust of anybody at all. And I found that from an ADHD angle as well, that is really challenging to have to deal with that kind of mistrust, because I do have paranoid thoughts sometimes, like I'm not funny. That's a paranoid thought.
No, I enjoy it.
I actually think I'm quite
it's the brain waves,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's the attention deficit hyperactive, like your brain, you're just constantly, you know, erratic. I'm looking at Texas, so we'll see how that goes for me. How long have you been doing comedy?
About 2 years. I did a comedy course about a couple of years ago. Really enjoyed it. A few of my colleagues are doing fantastic. Rachel Smith is one of them. Rick Brown is another one. So both doing fantastic. Rachel's now full time. If I tried to earn money doing this, I would starve.
No, you're very honest. So where have you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing stand-up mainly at the Comedy Balloon, not entirely. I'm trying to find other venues as well. And I spoke to a colleague yesterday. I'm on a big group with everybody. And I went to Bitches and Stitches yesterday. Really enjoyed it last night. Great seeing loads of women there, by the way.
Did you get any stitches?
Yeah.
Were there bitches?
Yeah.
There you go.
It worked. It did work.
Yeah.
No, it was great fun. Honestly, it's fantastic. So many women standing up as well. It's absolutely brilliant.
Okay. So before we let you go, tell us something interesting about you. You've got ADHD.
Yeah.
You're very left wing.
Yeah.
You don't like the south of the US. I've already picked up on this.
I can't stand Trump.
Yeah. Okay.
One more thing.
Just
I fell out the car when I was 3 years of age, and my mum didn't notice. She carried on driving. So don't ask me what happened there.
That's where the ADHD comes from.
Not just the ADHD.
We found.
I think I fell on my head.
Yeah. Get Hugh Jackman. That'll be an origin movie. Like definitely.
My poor mum's still embarrassed. It was a time when you had no rear seat belts and she didn't even notice. So it was kind of. But obviously I have no memory of it whatsoever. But it'd be interesting to see the medical notes from that period.
Absolutely, Matt. Please feel free to plug your social media or any gigs.
So if you want to follow me on Insta, it's justmark_comedy. I'd really appreciate a few more supporters because I've got about 5 at the moment. One's Nick, another one's Nick's girlfriend, and maybe 3 others. So I really appreciate a bit more support. I do try and I do speak and I do try and encourage people to follow me, but I need to do more gigs and get more known.
Well, we're going to help you, Mark.
Yeah, brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Woodrow. Keep your applause going, keep the intensity, let's put it Jon Amaretti.
Thank you. What's up, Manchester? It is good to be with you. I moved to England many years ago as a young-ass man. I am an American, but nobody's perfect. I'm from the desert state of Arizona. Arizona is famous for its rattlesnakes, skin cancer, and Republicans. If one of them doesn't kill you, it means you probably moved to England. America has become such an embarrassment on the world stage that I had considered lying to people about where I come from. But then I realized it's better to be hated for who you are than to be thought of as Canadian. Who am I kidding? Nobody thinks about Canadians. So many problems in the world today, it's got me nostalgic for the 1990s. The 1990s was the last time there was hope. The 1990s was the last time you could play Dungeons and Dragons without having your virginity called into question. The 1990s was the last time you could make fun of someone for going to therapy. That's called Schadenfreude, according to my therapist. So many problems in the world today. I wish that we had 1990s problems. In the 90s, people were worried about mad cow disease. Mad cow disease is a brain-rotting condition that you catch by consuming contaminated beef. It's a slow and painful death. I'm trying to find some to feed to my neighbor's chihuahua. In the 90s, people were scared that the world would end in the year 2000. That when the clock struck 12 at midnight on New Year's Eve, the computers would melt down. Or that Jesus would return to vanquish the non-believers. Luckily for us, Jesus still uses the Mayan calendar, which buys us about another 5 years. Things that were controversial in the 90s are more accepted today. In the 90s, it would have been considered shocking to see girls kissing. As in, girls kissing guys who play Dungeons and Dragons. It would have been shocking. In the 90s, it was considered sexually provocative to be seen wearing a thong. But today, wearing shit-stained underwear is perfectly acceptable. Right? Thank you very much.
Jon,
Thanks, guys. What's up?
you look Canadian. Have you been?
I have. I was there briefly.
Yeah. It's like America, but they're unarmed.
Yeah, all I've seen of Canada was Vancouver.
Yeah, very nice. One of my
Well,
favorite places in the
I
world.
wonder if you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm being deadly serious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Vancouver. Vancouver's beautiful, mate.
Yeah, but yeah, I know. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, we'll have to disagree on that one.
Have we been to Vancouver, guys and girls? Tumbleweeds. It's like when I do a set. It's yeah.
Anyway, yeah, but maybe I was on the wrong side of town.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I did some stand up there. It wasn't great. The girls, they liked the Englishman.
Yeah.
Yeah. They thought I was Australian, but
Yeah.
Just agree. That's
Yeah, you'll
be
take
agreeable. I'm a people
Yeah,
pleaser.
it's like,
so.
yeah, I'm Canadian, you're Australian. We're all
So how long
one
you been
big
doing
happy
stand-up?
family. Just started, like
When?
2 weeks ago.
Congratulations. I'm guessing you've got some sort of performing arts or some sort of speaking background because that came across very, very confident.
Well, thank
so,
you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So what have you done?
I've mostly been doing voiceover work for the past several years. So I'm just trying to find something that's a little more AI proof. Although I have seen some AI stand-up routines that aren't the worst things I've ever seen. So
Have you done anything noteworthy? Have you been anything we'd know?
stand-up wise?
No. So
voiceover wise?
Oh, stand up. Whatever.
Yeah, no.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it only been 2 weeks. Yeah, voiceover wise, yeah, just I don't know, mostly advertising stuff that's probably not worth boasting about. But thanks for asking.
Yeah, as long as it's paying the bills.
Pay the bills, yeah.
So whilst we're on the subject, what's your real job? What do you do when?
That's what I've been doing, voiceover work. So, yeah.
So you just do it remotely or like what's?
Can do. Got a home studio, or if they need me in a particular studio, I go there.
I don't work for immigration. Don't worry. Like
Yeah.
you're welcome. You're
Yeah.
very welcome. So, tell us about your love life. What's going on there?
I was recently dating a dominatrix. She, yeah, I don't want to say too.
Definitely do jokes about that.
Well,
because,
yeah.
These perverts.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to write for your crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool, man. She was, it was just in her professional life. It wasn't like in her personal life, but she definitely had the best work stories. Yeah. I'll leave it to her to write a set list about it, though. But she has some good stories. Yeah, anyway. Okay.
Save it for the next show.
Yeah, I'll do the next show, yeah.
Before we let you go, tell us something interesting about you, and please plug your social media. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think you're going to do quite well, to be
Thank
honest.
you.
Like, I think he's 2 weeks in. Please,
Thank you.
yeah.
Well, I might not go down so well in Vancouver. That's what I'm worried
That's
about.
what she said.
That's what I'm worried about now. Yeah, Instagram, Jon Emirati, AMMIRATI. Is it an Italian ass name? I know I'm not the only one here with one of those.
There you go.
Yeah, if there's anything interesting about me, it is not for me to say. But thank you very much for listening.
Next show.
Appreciate
next show.
it. Thank you.
Jon Emirati. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Jacob Silas.
Right.
All right.
dominatrix. That's still yeah. It's still stuck in their heart, man. I don't know. All right, those are words that I said. I guess I haven't moved here, but I definitely moved away from the States. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. You like to say you moved somewhere. No, I just moved away from conflict. No regrets. One regret, I think, about coming over. 40 years old, I had finally gotten into a nice neighborhood for the first time in my life, right? You know how I know it was nice? It had 5 banks. Right? Yeah, that's rolling, man. 2 blood banks, a sperm bank, a money bank, and an OnlyFans woman that kind of looked like Tyra Banks. You know, those were the 5 banks. Tyra had that big forehead. You know, you guys have seen pictures, right? Yeah. And an even bigger dick. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, Tyra, I'm solutions oriented, but that's ridiculous. That's a lot. That's a bunch. All right. What are you doing for dinner? You know what I mean? Like, it's, oh man, I can keep saying these words if you want. Okay. Yeah, cool. And guy that danced like Carlton Banks in my hood. That's 6 banks, guys. Be impressed. All right. Nothing else going for me in the States. All right. That's the highlight. What am I doing? I don't know. Guys, it's I'm a combat vet, disabled, right? That's why I'm location independent now. They send me a check and they're like, stay away from people that matter. You know what I mean? Like, that's. And so I came here, and I'm sorry, guys. Like, you do matter, all right? I wrote that down before this, all right? And then I realized, looked in your eyes and saw, what you matter, you know? But they basically, I'm missing my cognitive behavioral therapy to be here, right? That's a weekly thing, right? And when I missed it in the past, it's had mixed results. Let's put it that way, right? Like, it's not always great. 5 to 8 of us in a group, right? And like a therapist in the center, usually female, or at least identifying as such. You know what I mean? You know? And I don't know why they set it up like a circle jerk, but that's definitely what it, you know what I mean? We all had, half of us had to fight that urge, you know? Like, yeah, we're traumatized. If our dicks still got hard, it would have been a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they asked me, the whole first month, every week they'd ask me, Sergeant Silas, what's your greatest fear? That's what the group kind of fixated on, you know. And, you know, we have plenty of them as vets. You see, like, some debris on the side of the road and think it's something way more than debris, you know. I, in particular, like, really bad claustrophobia from being, like, in the Iraqi sewers, like, gross, you know. And that's not what I thought I'd be doing in the service. Overpasses. At one point, like, I had one crumble right in front of me, and I think someone did it on purpose as we were driving, you know. Like, that's, now I fear that. But I wasn't going to tell them that, you know. They said, Sergeant Silas, what's your greatest fear? I said, all right. Birds with human arms, man. Oh my God. They're always ripped. Do you know what great cardio birds have? You know what I mean? Murder eyes, just murder beaks and beady eyes just staring out at you. You know, they're terrifying, guys. Don't ever go to that subreddit, all right? If you want to sleep, stay away from that subreddit, all right? I've gotten that subreddit a lot of attention, by the way. I've boosted them. And they said, Sergeant Silas, you're going to take this exercise seriously. We want to hear a true fear that you have. And what's your foremost fear? I said, all right. A dragon with IBS. You know what I mean? Like that thing just flapping at you. I'm not getting killed by that shrapnel. You know what I mean? That's dishonorable is what that is, you know? And it's a dragon. You know it lights its flatulence, you know? I'm not like that, like me when I was 14, you know? It's a shame. And 41. I did it in a hostel last week, you know what I mean? To these guys. Catch them in the eyebrows. It was nice. It was a good time. What else am I doing? They retrained me to be a teacher, which is a mistake, right? And yeah, like I'm definitely, like some people you just shouldn't save, right? You've heard me. You know what I mean? And guys, I figured out I'm not the worst teacher. I'm not good. Lady, 5th grade teacher was dating her 5th grade student for 6 months. You know what I mean? And writing letters to him about how good he kissed and how good the making out was. And the dad found it, was so mad, right? Stormed down. I think I'd be mad too, right? What a cock tease. You know what I mean? Like, you can't sleep with a son once in 6 months, you know? He likes dinosaurs and he'll make your vagina sore. You're missing out, you know? He's 10 and I think he's 8'10", all right? Get your romance novel desperation away from my son. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm Jacob Silas. Love you guys.
got one. Yours is bigger than mine.
Oh, that's
Yeah, take it out of the stand.
It's dark in here.
Yeah, so you're a disabled veteran.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the disabled part first.
Sure.
What
Yeah.
happened?
So back injury.
Okay.
Like first day off the airplane, coming into Iraq. That's a time where everyone's tense and like they plan kind of poorly, and it just happened.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, so are you getting it sorted then, or is it not fixable?
Yeah, it's a degenerative thing, and I had a lot of good active years after I got out. Like,
Good man.
yeah.
Okay, so what sort of veteran are you? What did you serve?
In the army, and you know, like basically, no one wanted me when I got out of high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
That's what happens. If you had a traumatic childhood, they're just like, hey, how about this gun? You know, it's always fun. That's America.
So we've all had traumatic childhoods. We're not
Yeah.
gonna draw on that. How long have
Yeah.
you been doing stand up?
About 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So wait. Okay. Jacob, where have you been doing it? Where have you been going up?
Oh God, I've been all over the U.S. Came out of Vegas, and then I was in 8 different American cities, more or less. You know, I would travel around. I was teaching kids like in the inner city where people would just teachers had left in exodus from some of these schools. They were just nuts.
Yeah. So was it you? I was mentioning I met Jeff Garcia when I was at Vegas. Yeah. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Just hanging out, Laugh Factory, blah blah blah. I met his booking agent. We got on. I did a set at the Laugh Factory. So
Awesome.
in LA. So yeah, just your network's your net worth and all that. So you know, where else? Where you been in the UK?
In the UK, it's really Manchester. Came here, kind of fell in love with it, the centrality of things, and just how kind of tight knit the community is, and then went up to Fringe from there, more or less.
How's the love life?
You know, it's I still want his dominatrix's number. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I need a nice domineering creature in my life to straight, you know, kind of even it out.
Anything funny happen at the Fringe? Did you get up? No, I'm not talking about your penis. I'm talking
No,
about
yeah.
comedy.
Yeah, no.
Did you get up?
No, just the farts in the bed in the hostel. But yeah, I got up quite a bit.
Okay, where did you go?
Well, I was with a veterans comedy group, Project Comedy. They were nice enough to have me up.
What was the specific venue? I know Edinburgh. Quite well.
So I did Bar 50, and then I did the other one, which I'm trying to remember out of like the 40 venues.
Kick-Ass?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
cool.
Kick-Ass on Calgate. Yeah.
Cool.
Neat.
So you've shared a lot of interesting stuff. Thank you very much. You know, before we let you go, tell us one more thing you haven't said that's interesting about you, and please do share your social media handles.
Okay. So I was an employee during. If you heard about the October 1st shooting in Las Vegas, where the 60 people died. Yeah. Me and my ex-wife were both employees there, and so that's not emotionally messy at all. Yeah. And then. I find him humorous on Instagram, and it's not the dorky British way of spelling it. All right, with the extra U, it's the dignified way where there's one U like a person. I had to mess with you guys a little bit. I'm sorry. All right. That's
Jacob, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Come on, please. Thank you. Jacob Silas. Don't like moving the microphone back. Keep it going, guys. Come on. Keep it going. See Marcella to the stage, please.
Okay, hello. So I almost have one thing in common with everyone has been on stage. The first Norwegian friend, he said just moved here, same year like I just moved to England 25 years ago. But it was a very hard move because I came as an asylum seeker. So it was like walking in the mud. It's like leg day for 25 years. And I want to say happy birthday, Andy.
Yeah, thank you.
We have been friends for how long?
A long time.
Just today on WhatsApp. Okay, Okay, so if you are wondering where am I from, I was born, I'm not English, as you could tell from my lovely accent, but I'm not African as well. I was born in the place where somebody mentioned Jesus Christ, where Jesus Christ was born, and the terrorists. So I regard myself as half Christ, half crisis. If you know what I mean. And during the first few gentlemen, two were Americans. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is good or bad sign. my first country, which is Syria, there are lots of Americans. They are military, controlling the oil, which is perfect. So I came here 25 years ago, and I tried to make friends and make jokes. 25 years never worked a single joke. So I thought this is a sign to do stand-up comedy. Like, a few things happened really during the journey, you know, because I came as an asylum seeker, and then I loved dancing, so I joined the Samba School of Dancing in Manchester. And then I met a lovely English girl there, so I invited her for a date. So in the Middle East, you know, like life is still primitive. It's not really, here in the West, it's everything has been designated, you know, has been divided. So like maybe we have vegetarian people there, but like, you know, like you don't even think about it. It's not as famous as here. I came here, I didn't know. The girl that I invited for a date, she's vegetarian. I took her to Scotland for a romantic date. We were walking next to the lake, and at the time, I used to read a lot, and I loved Ernest Hemingway. And he was a fisherman, and he loved fishing. So I was holding hand with her, walking, telling her, you know, baby, my dream is to be a fisherman and just contemplate the sea, and kept talking. And then I heard somebody is crying. I looked, what's up? What's the matter? Why are you crying? And she said, I can't believe that the person I'm falling in love with, his dream is to kill fish. And imagine like somebody is putting a hook in your mouth and killing you. I said, I swear I didn't mean that. I didn't think about the fish. I was thinking about myself and this dream. So please forget about it. Anyway, so we managed to make her forget about it. We got married. 20 years forward, it was New Year's Eve. I am a good cook. I am cooking, drinking wine. So what I did, I brought a fish to cook. I forgot about this Scotland, but you know, like I love eating. So I finished, I'm cooking for her vegetarian, but I cooked fish for myself. So I got the fish out of the oven and I put it there, cheers, and she's crying as well. I said, what's the matter? Why are you crying? Did you remember your granny or something? She said, no, look at the fish. I said, what's the matter with the fish? She said, look at her eyes looking at me. And you know like how the fish is surprised by how hot the oven is. Okay, I said, okay, I'm sorry. So I cut the head of the fish, throw it, and carried on my night. But I think that was the end of our story, so we got divorced after that. When I know, I'm almost new in this, and when I felt that it's very difficult to make comedians laugh. So when I feel that there is not a lot of laughing, I like to end up with a piece of poetry that summarizes my life. It's by Adonis. It goes like that. I sought to share the life of snow and fire, but neither snow nor fire took me in. So I kept my peace, staying like a stone, waiting like a flower. In love, I lost myself. I broke away and swayed like a wave between the life that I dreamed and the changing dream that I live. Thank you.
Thank you. Marcella, thank you very much. I think that speaks for everyone. Let's see your dance skills. What you got?
Oh, but I didn't mention that there is another something similar with the person who says he has HD or something.
ADHD, yeah. But I want to see your dance skills. If we clap, Can you got some moves?
I have sciatica.
Okay, so not today. Okay, I can tell you're a dancer.
And
So.
I don't know if they
Yeah.
are similar with H.
Yeah, so the back issues, yeah? Yeah, no problem. So, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Literally, I was even feeling so proud because this is my first month, and
Yeah.
then somebody says 2 weeks, so I feel it.
You've been doing this for 1 month?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
But this is my third.
You got some really big reactions, well done. Keep going. Okay, so where have you been doing? Just Manchester, or have you been traveling
No.
around?
This is literally my third sessions. So the first one was at Frog Bucket, something.
From a bucket, yeah, that's a pretty famous.
You were
I
there?
saw you.
That's a pretty
Really?
famous
Yeah.
venue,
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's a tough place for your first ever stand-up spot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And it went so well.
Well done. So what's your job when you're not doing stand-up? What do you do?
I'm an actor.
Okay. So what sort of what sort of acting are you doing? What
I don't know if you have seen The Crown on Netflix.
these probably
You
have.
know,
Like
The
if you're a
Crown-
Netflix actor, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Like,
I
thank
am
you.
in season 5 and 6 on
Okay.
The Crown.
Brilliant.
Wow.
So yeah, so just say it down the camera, like what season 5 and 6 of The Crown on
Season
Netflix.
5 and 6 on The Crown. I played Salah Al Fayed.
It's pretty big. So how long have you been in the UK, or is you've been here a while? And
25 years.
25, yeah. So stand-up's just a new thing. Acting's your
Yeah,
main
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of.
But before, acting is new as well, just 5 years. Before that, I was a lecturer at the University of
Beautiful.
Manchester.
You could tell you're a public speaker, definitely. So, what was it like, a mental breakdown that made you transition to like acting to comedy, or like what was the motivation towards comedy?
I dreamed to be an actor since I was little boy.
Yeah.
But then life took me
Happens.
away, and I was obsessed with God because of my, because I regarded Jesus Christ as great grandfather.
Yeah.
So I swear by my grandfather that like I was studying him, religions, and then I forgot about acting. And then like sometimes you want to fulfill the dream of your parents, society.
Your own
whatever.
dream.
Yeah, well now, but it took me a long 50 years to get.
So what was the journey to get you on Netflix? Because I don't think you've just gone from zero to hero, because Netflix is huge. So
I know it was really luck.
no,
But
it's nothing that is for you will pass you. So whatever you're doing is
okay, well,
Yeah.
what happened? It was Corona. I started looking for because when I quit the university, Corona happened. I said, thank God, this is a sign. The God doesn't want me to quit the university.
Yeah.
But then I was searching, trying to see what's happening, and I found a role with Netflix as well. there is a movie on Netflix called The Swimmers. It's about the two Syrian girls who fled Syria during the war, swam and then jumped in the boat because the boat broke down. And anyway, so I applied and I got like a role because they needed like Middle Eastern look.
Yeah.
And then when I got that, I got an agent after that, and then the agent sent me this role and I auditioned for it and I got the crown.
What are the acting? So obviously you're new to the comedian circuit, but what are the roles have you done, and what are the roles do you have coming up?
I have it. Like mainly I've done The Swimmers, The Crown, and there is a movie called Shout at the Sea. I was at Coronation Street for one day.
Okay. So you're richer than everyone in this room put together, basically.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Anyway, it's really good. When I came to the UK, I couldn't speak a word. I still remember the first slap, like a girl slapped me the first day I arrived in the UK, because we went to the hotel because I arrived as asylum seekers. They took us to this cheap hotel, and I needed a pillow. You know, the one that you put.
Yeah.
Because no, I explained because I don't know what's the difference between pillow, you know, like all these PILLO or BELO, you know, or below.
Yeah.
So I signed. So I didn't know the name, and then I was signing to her, you know, and she thought that I want to have sex with her. And I got the interpreter, and weirdly, like, recently I got a Chinese girlfriend, and when I signed, I want to sleep with her. She didn't understand. I had to get the dictionary, and you know how.
You should work for the UN. That's your next role, like United Nations. Like, yeah. So before we let you go, please plug your social media anywhere. You get your acting channels. It's absolutely amazing. Such a lovely, humble man.
Thank you.
You know, doing your thing. That, you know, you're not lucky. Anything you're doing is meant for you. So
thank you. I'm not, you know, like Simo1977. This is my Instagram. I'm not really, you know, big active on social media, but I should maybe try.
most of the richest people in the world are not. They just keep themselves alive. Okay, so Simo Salah.
Thank you.
Keep it going, guys. So your last bucket pull before your headliner. Guys, keep the energy in the room going. Birthday by himself. Andy, come to the stage. Come on.
Oh, we're okay?
Whoa.
Yeah, fantastic, me too. I'm Andy, I'm a stand-up comedian for the next few minutes. That's a good thing. None of you are going to get your minutes back. Tell you a bit about me. I'm autistic. I'm so autistic, I created a 3-page itinerary for my friends for a night out, complete with transit schedules and snack breaks. I have epilepsy, so does my friend. We're now epilepsy buddies. I wish he didn't give it to me. I wish he kept it to himself. So I was in work the other day. I work in a department store. I was on the fragrance department, and I had this very angry customer who came to me, and she said, "Excuse me, do you sell Chanel?" And I said, "No, sorry, we don't. We've only got Dior, YSL, and anything that's behind me, from Ralph Lauren to Jean-Paul Gaultier, Paco Rabanne." And she said, "That is absolutely disgraceful. How can you be a department store and you don't have Chanel? Oh, will not do." So she walked away. I look up and I see the sign she's underneath, the name of the fragrance. So I was like, yeah, pretty much what it is. So her attitude was like she was possessed by an evil spirit of some sort. So I asked myself a question: what do you get if you cross a female demon and women's fragrances? The devil wears Prada.
Oh.
What else? So I've been thinking about my friend James recently. He's homeless, so I took him in. Don't worry, no animals were harmed in the making of this joke. So I said to James, you be me, I'll be you for one day. And I took him round. So I said to him, this is James May. He will be your chauffeur for the day. I had to lie to him. He was my Uber driver. Took him to my home, showed him into the kitchen. I said, James Martin will cook your meals for you. Took him into the living room. I showed him my banging stereo. Showed him my James Brown collection. Took him upstairs. I said, this is the guest room. This is where you'll be sleeping tonight. And I said to him, don't worry if you have nightmares in the middle of the night. There's a cardboard cutout of James. And he said, oh yeah, James. I was like, whoa, not me. Bond, James Bond will protect you. So I woke up in the morning, come downstairs. He's taking some appetizers. He's taking my James Brown collection. And he's taking James May with him, my Uber driver. And, sorry, did I say there was no animals in that making in the hand of this?
Yeah.
I do apologise, he was a rat, that's why he was homeless. So he ratted me out, so there we go. I turned 28 recently.
Whoa!
Thank you. So I looked on the internet, what it takes, what you have to do, 28, what fun things you have to do. And the things that came up was dancing was one of them. So I've taken up a new hobby, salsa dancing. So pretty much it's basically me doing this. And then just walking back like that. But I had a dance partner, and she came to me during the break. I was like, please do not dance with me. And then she said, oh, come on, it'll be fun. So I just spent doing this. And I said to myself, okay, well, I may have done crap, but it takes two to tango. And that is pretty much me for the rest of the night. Thank you very much.
Keep them dance moves going. Like he flirted before, but keep the dance moves going. Come on, man, it's your birthday. Keep the dance moves going. What you got? Whoa. So how many lessons you had now?
I have had, so I've been going every Wednesday, so 4. I had one on Tuesday this week, and I've got one coming up tomorrow. So I'm doing 3 this week, which is a
Good man. It's meant to be really good for you.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. Yeah,
Are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
What are like the peaks? Like what are you experiencing from your dance experience so far?
So I did a comedy set last night, and there was a woman in the audience. If anybody knows the English Lounge, apparently one of the audience members recognised me from the dancing lessons. So
Famous?
She said
Been on
that,
Netflix?
no, I wish. But we swapped Instagram handles together,
Oh.
and she's expecting me to turn up next Wednesday. So hopefully we'll be dancing partners. She said she wants us to be dancing partners, so there we go. Fingers crossed.
So how long have you been doing stand-up now?
So I've been doing stand-up for over 1 year now, and I was recently on a 4-month break, and then I came back yesterday officially. So I'm now back. So yeah.
Whoa! And where have you been doing stand-up?
So I've been doing stand-up in Manchester. I've done some in Liverpool. I did one in Stoke-on-Trent, and I've done one in Leeds. Yeah.
Okay. And what was the highlight?
My highlight would probably have been every Thursday. Usually tends to be one of the best days of the week. You got Costa del Salford at the Old Pine Pot in Salford, and there's Smiley open mic in Cholton at 99 Reasons. So that's like the best ones to go to, really, because I've had so much fun. And every day on a Thursday is like Bram mad. There's like, it's small, but the comedy family's like together. We're gonna have fun on a Thursday. It's like a nice massacre, but not a deadly one.
Absolutely, that's what you want. Yeah, a massacre, but not a deadly one. So, what's your real job?
So I work in retail, in a department store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any funny stories or anything you'd like to share?
Well, I shared one of them about the Devil Wears Prada one.
Yeah.
I don't know any other funny stories about the workplace. It's just complete dull. I'm still working on more jokes about my workplace because I feel like I can just get away with it sometimes.
Yeah, cool. So you've already touched on it briefly, exchanging Instagram handles. Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell us about your love life. Like what's going on there then?
So I am single, but I am back on the market. I'm back on Tinder now.
Okay. Yeah. What's that got a bit pop? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, but no girlfriends on the scene yet.
But you're still fishing.
Yeah, still fishing. There's plenty of fishes in the sea.
There is. Yeah. And plenty of fish is a dating
Yeah.
app or website, I believe. So
You can't have to be vegetarian.
there you go. Play on player.
Yeah.
So before we let you go, Andy, tell us something interesting about you, and please share your social media handles.
So so something interesting about me, I'm a theatre actor, I'm a stand-up comedian, a poet, I've been on the radio 6 times. Obviously I mentioned earlier, I'm taking up salsa dancing, so I'm trying to be a dancer as well. Basically an entertainer. I might take up magic for all I know.
I can see that.
Yeah, just trying to entertain. Instagram handles, yes. So my Instagram handle is Andy Does Comedy .1. So that's the number 1, not the word, the number 1. I do this as well with Jon, so it's Comedy Unfiltered live podcast on Instagram. I also do an open mic here at this venue as well. So it's called Comedy at Pub. So that's the open mic I run. And yeah, if you want to have future gigs, just let me know. Yeah, I'll help you out.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Andy Fahan.
Thank you. Good night.